Alright guys, welcome back to another unqualified review. Today we've got the iPhone 12 versus the iPhone 11. This is the standard 11, not the Pro. It's the 6.1 inch screen. Standard 12, not the Pro, not the Mini, 6.1 inch screen. So this is apples to apples, iPhone 11 to iPhone 12. So, I'm on the upgrade program, which means I spend more money on my phones than I should. But the 12 came out, so I upgraded to it. I'm sending the 11 back soon, so I figured I'd make a quick video. This is not a full tech review of the different specs of everything. This is what I've noticed using this one for a few days now versus using the 11 for the last year. If you want a full tech review, there are 1,000 videos out there for it. This is just my opinion and what I've come to see. So, first thing is, I just did a review of the Spigen thin case. The 11 has the rounded edges here. So if we take this case off, rounded edges on the 11. And what that meant was the Spigen case had this little cutout, which meant I could swipe up and swipe right, because this wasn't that high, with no issue. On the 12, we go back to the old iPhone style, which is the squared off edges. What that means is that this case goes the whole way around now instead of just clipping onto the sides. And when you go to swipe, you're hitting the edges of the case. I think that could be fixed in case design. I know they're putting these bezels in here just to try to protect the phone. It's one thing I've noticed is my two cases tend to feel different, and I like the 11s feel better. They have a screen protector in both of these. The 12 does have that new ceramic all protective glass they've been talking about. It's supposed to shatter less frequently, but if you're going to make something softer so it shatters less, you're going to increase its likelihood that it's going to scratch. So either way, I'm going to put a screen protector on this. I know MKBHD did a review of this, and he did notice some scratching on his iPhone 12. So I would run a screen protector just because that new technology is going to scratch a little easier. I don't mind the squared edges. We've got a mirrored back on this, just like we have with the 12. This is the black version of both. I think this was technically space gray. I don't know what this is called here. Cameras are very similar. The standard camera, I believe, is the same. Telephoto camera, not telephoto, the wide angle camera has a 1.8 versus 1.6 aperture speed. I'm not exactly sure. They're the same camera, essentially. I think you get a little bit faster take of a picture on the wide angle on the 12. That's the only difference. Flashlights obviously seem to work the same. You've got same thing on the bottom here, the audio output, lightning port input. On the top, nothing special. Let's put them this way. On the side, you've got, there was a SIM port on this iPhone here. I think they're all eSIMs. Oh, there is. SIM port's over here now. I believe that's SIM. I haven't used it. We're taking in one out. Power button, volume buttons. It's all pretty similar. So you can see the height difference here. We're losing quarter inch here on the 12. It's a little shorter. And it's a little less wide as well. Let's see if you can see that there. So, get it on this camera as well. You've got less width on the 12. So overall, it's the exact same screen, 6.1 inch, but you got a slightly smaller height and width and thickness on the 12. So that is nice. I believe it's a little lighter as well. As far as using it, it works just like an iPhone. If I open these both up here, when I did the transfer, all my stuff comes across. I didn't have to do a thing. All my apps are in the right place. Everything's downloaded. This is the 256 gigabyte version. This is the 128, but that doesn't really matter except for I can now download all my apps and keep all my pictures on here for the most part. Battery life seems to be great. The 11, after even a year, still lasts me a full day. The 12, I've been using it all day today. I'm about 50%, but it's a little better right now than the 11 is, but it's a brand new battery. The screen. This is the OLED screen. It's got a much better resolution than the standard, I guess, LCD or LED screen that's on this one. The contrast ratio is a lot higher, in like 30,000 to 1 to 2 million to 1, something crazy like that. And you can see that not on these cameras that I'm filming on here because these are just some old cell phones, but much deeper blacks, brighter colors. You can get HDR on this thing. You can film in HDR, I believe, on this one as well. Doesn't really give you much except for when you're sending between iPhones, because not much can view the HDR now, at least the way these film it, as far as I understand it. Other than that, I mean, it's got 5G. It's got a faster processor, but the 11 never was slow for me in the first place, so I've got no reference there. Apps open just fine. I've got no issues so far. Everything looks to work just as I expected it to. So I'm happy with the Switch. I don't think it's worth your money. This is $850, I think, with the 256 on it. I think this one was $700. So it's a more expensive phone comparatively. Even with the, if I would have got the 128 on the 12, it's still a more expensive phone. You get a slightly better wide-angle camera. You get a faster processor, which may help since a lot of the cameras, these cameras are so good a lot of the times because of the software that they run and process after you take the picture. So maybe that helps you a little bit there. Speed-wise, they're both fast phones. 5G versus 4G, there's no difference right now. And I'm in Pittsburgh. I get 5G on this, but I don't notice a difference. Especially if you're not in a big city, you're not going to see anything. Yeah, don't spend the money. It's not worth it. Wait till the 13, I guess, or whatever they're going to call that. It is nice. It's an upgrade, but it's not sell my old phone and spend maybe $400 or $500 on top of that to get the 12. Or if you're in the upgrade program, I guess screw it. Go spend your money like I did. But this is nothing to write home about. It's not that big of an upgrade. The screen is nice. Other than that, it's not worth it. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more unqualified reviews. I'll put a link to these in Amazon if you want to buy them, but you're not going to buy these through Amazon. Go through your service provider, go through Apple, get a payment plan, or buy it outright. But they're there if you need it. I'll put the links to the Spigen cases in there as well. I do like the Spigen cases a lot. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe, hit the like button, send it to your friends, do whatever you want to do. It does help. The more subscribers I can get, the more videos I can get watched, the more recommend I can get on YouTube, and the channel gets bigger. So that's the goal. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more unqualified reviews.